Let's do the Aleph Beis. First letter is Aleph. Aleph says Ah. What words begin with Aleph? We have Esrog, Aron Kodesh. Also Aryeh, which is a lion. A lion says Rar. And we have Af, begins with Aleph. Oznayim begins with Aleph. Etzbaot begins with Aleph. Next letter is Beis. Beis says Ba. We have a binyan. We have the Beis Hamikdash. Beis. Barvaz is a duck. Beitza is an egg. Those are words that begin with Beis. The next letter is Vez. Vez says Va. Beis and Vez, they look the same, but they're not. One says Ba, one says Va. Beis has a dot and Vez does not. They look the same, but they're not. Beis says Ba, Vez says Va. They look the same, but they're not. One has a dot and one does not. The next letter is Gimel. Gimel says Ga, Ga, Ga. Gimel. We have a Gedi, which is a goat, and we have a Gan, which is a garden. Also, Gamal, which is a camel, starts with Gimel, and Gesher, which is a bridge, starts with Gimel. The next letter is Daled. Daled says Da, Da, Da. Daled. Delet starts with Daled. Dvorah is a bee. Dove is a bear. And a Dvorah bee makes Divash. They all begin with Daled. The next letter is Hey. Hey says Ha, Ha. Hey, Har Sinai, Havdalah. Other words that begin with Hey is Has, when you tell a baby to be quiet. Hadassim from Sukkis, and harmonica, which is a musical instrument. All those words begin with Hey. Vav says Va. Vav makes a Va sound. Sefer Vayikra. Also, Vilonot are curtains. That starts with a Vav. The next letter is Zion. Zion says Za, Za, Za. Zion. We have Zaidi, who's a Zakain, he's old, and he has a Zakan, which is a beard. You have Ze'ev, which is a wolf. Next letter is Ches. Cha, Cha. Ches makes a Cha sound. We have a Chala, and we have Chanukah, the Choshen, and a Chuppah, also a Chatul. That's a cat. Cat says meow. Tes. Tes says ta, ta, ta. Tes. Tele is a goat. We have Hamantash, a talis. Also, taba'as, a ring. Here's a taba'as. That's a ring. All those words begin with tes. Yud. Yud makes a ya sound. Ya, ya, ya. Yerushalayim. Also, a Yeled is a little boy, and a Yalda, who's a Yalda? A little girl. All those words begin with Yud. The next letter is Kaf. Kaf makes a K sound. K. What words begin with Kaf? Kisei. I'm sitting on a Kisei. Keser is a crown. And Kaf, and the next letter is Chaf. Kaf and Chaf, they look the same, but they're not, because Kaf has a dot and Chaf does not. Chaf says Cha. Kaf says Ka. Kaf and Chaf, they look the same, but they're not. Kaf and Chaf. Kaf has a dot and Chaf does not. The next letter is Lamed. Lamed says li, 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 la, la, la. Lulav. Luach Those are words in luchot. All these words begin with lamed. That's the la sound. The next letter in the Aleph Beis is mem. 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 For Megillah, menorah. All these words begin with mem. And the next letter is nun. Nun makes a na sound. Na, na, na. Noach's teva begins with nun. Nadneda is a swing. Nala is a tiger. All those words begin with nun. The next letter is samach. Samach says s. Samach. If sfog, which is a sponge, and sidur, which we daven from, a sukkah, and sometimes we have to bring a safsal, which is a bench, into the sukkah to help people sit. And the next letter is ayin. Ayin says einayim. Here's my einayim. Einayim and aravos. We also have afifon, which is a kite, and an iparon, which is a pencil. All those words begin with ayin. The next is pei. Pei makes a p sound. Pa, pa, pa. Pei. Our peh, our mouth, begins with pei, pesach, and pilpel, and paroches. Also, peirot. Peirot are fruit. And the next letter is fe, which makes a fa sound. Fa, fa, fa. Pei and fe, they look the same, but they're not. Pei makes a pa sound. Fe makes a fa sound. They look the same, but they're not. Pei says pa. Fe says fa. Pei has a dot, and fe does not. They look the same, but they're not. The next letter is tzaddik. Everyone's a big tzaddik. Who's a big tzaddik? You're a big tzaddikis. Everyone's a big tzaddikis, and everyone's a big tzaddik. So we have tzitzis. Hatzolah has a tzaddik in it. Matzah has a tzaddik in it. We also have words that begin with tzaddik. So leles is a submarine. All those words begin with tzaddik. Tzedakah begins with tzaddik. After tzaddik comes the magic letter kuf. Kuf says ka, ka, ka. Kuf, we have a ra, and we also have kiddush. And what else begins with kuf? A kolav, which is a hanger that we hang our clothes on, and a kof, which is a monkey. And what sound does a monkey make? That's right. And that's what a kuf says. Ka. The next letter is reish. Reish makes a ra sound. A ra. So we have kever rachel, we have a nahar, they have reishes in it, but what words begin with reish? Rakevet, which is a train. Rochsan, which is a zipper. Those words begin with reish. Reish. The next letter is shin. Shin. Shin is for shofar, Shabbos, and Shoshana. Begins with shin. And the next letter is sin. Sin has a sa sound. Sa. That's simchale. Shin and sin. Shin and sin. They look the same, but they're not. Shin has a dot on the right, makes it say sh. Sin has a dot on the left, it makes it say s. Shin and sin. They look the same, but they're not. Shin has a dot on the right. Sin has a dot on the left. One says sha, one says sa. We're coming to the very end. Tav. Tav is for Torah. Torah, 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 Tziva lanu Moshe. Torah. Also Toph, which is a drum. Also starts with Tuf, and the final letter is Suf. Suf has a S sound, just like Samach, but Suf is always at the end of a word, most of the time. MS, and you have the 22 osios of the Aleph Beis that we just did. Matzos has a Suf at the end. Chalos has a Suf in the end. Suf says Sa. Tuf and Suf, they look the same, but they're not. Tuf has a dot. Suf does not. Tuf says Ta. Suf says Sa. They look the same, but they're not. And we finish the Aleph Beis, and because we finished, we get to sing the whole Aleph Beis chart. Aleph Beis Beis Gimel Dalet Hey Vav Zayin Ches Tes Yud Kaf Chaf Final Chaf Lamed Mem Final Mem Nun Final Nun Samach Ayin Pei Fei Final Fei Tzadik Final Tzadik Kuf Resh Shin Sin Taf and Saf. And now you have done the Aleph Beis. Very good. Mazel tov.